5,000 subscribers. All thanks to your support. Thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel. And actually, just thank you for watching my videos at all. I gotta say that the Stardew Valley community is incredibly wholesome and friendly. You guys are the reason I continue to make videos, and I really appreciate all of the support. Alrighty, on to the video. Defense is a stat that is overlooked in Stardew Valley, and most of us just rely on boots for some defense. But after some testing, I can confirm that stacking defense is absolutely overpowered. Just take a look at this clip here. I used the monster spawner mod to spawn a ton of serpents, and here I'm just standing here letting them damage me. However, they're only doing a single point of damage to me. If I was in the skull cavern, I could just ignore these guys hitting me and continue mining as if nothing is happening. That is how good defense is in Stardew Valley. In this video, I will show you how you can maximize defense and other defensive mechanisms, such as a way to revive and a chance to be invulnerable, while still doing enough damage to defeat enemies if you wanted to. Let us demonstrate this with a Prismatic Slime. I chose the Prismatic Slime because it's pretty and it seems to do a ton of damage. There isn't much information about the Prismatic Slime on the wiki, but it seems like they are incredibly tough and really pack a punch. First, I will allow the Prismatic Slime to hit me without any defense. I have unequipped my boots, and all I have on me is a pickaxe. The slime is doing over 40 damage to me, and it could defeat me in just a few hits. Going into the mines like this is quite dangerous, especially when there are more than one monster. I almost died here and started to panic, so I ate some magic rock candy. This gives you 5 defense, but there are other options that are much easier to get and also provide a pretty good defense boost. Eggplant parmesan is a good example, and so is mango sticky rice. They both give you +3 to your defense, and every point counts. Next thing I put on is some dragon scale boots. These are the best boots in the game if you're looking for a pure defense boost. These boots give you +7 defense. The boots also help reduce the total damage that the slime was doing to me. But I think the Prismatic Slime is a unique case compared to some of the other monsters I test in this video. I think the immunity stat isn't as important as defense. Immunity just reduces the duration of debuffs, and there aren't actually that many debuffs in Stardew Valley. Most of them just slow you down a little bit. Now I will equip 2 crab shell rings. These increase your defense by 5, giving me +10 to my defense stat since I have 2 of them. Now I'm taking between 10 and 25 damage per hit from the slime. This is about half of what the slime was doing to me before, and this is actually quite good. But we can make this so much better. With the addition of Ginger Island, we can now forge stronger weapons and combine rings. So let's do that to maximize our defense. The Infinity Blade naturally gives you +2 defense, but you can actually increase that by enhancing it with a topaz. Each time you enhance a weapon using a topaz, it will increase the defense stat by 1. Since you can do this 3 times, you can get a +5 to your defense on your weapon. But I think some of the other enchants are a bit better, like the ruby that increases your damage. But let's try and maximize our defense here. Next, I decided to put the vampirism enchant on my weapon. Just in case someone does a lot of damage to me, I can just heal it back up with ease with the vampirism enchant. You'll see later in this video that I allow enemies to bring my health very low, and then I easily defeat them and leave with 100% health. Now I will combine a crab shell ring with a phoenix ring. This is an awesome ring that allows you to revive once per day with 50% health. Since we will have so much defense, I don't really think that is actually necessary, but this is an unkillable build after all. I combined a crab shell ring with the ring of Yoba. This has an interesting effect. When you take damage, there is a chance that you will be immune to damage for 5 seconds. The lower your health, the higher the chance it has to activate. You'll see later that it gets activated many times when my health is low, but hardly ever when I have close to full health. You can use a different ring here if you want. I would recommend an iridium band because of the magnetism effect. let's go back to that slime and see how much damage it does to us now. And just as I thought, I'm taking between 3 and 15 damage, and that is much lower than the 40 damage I was taking earlier. You will see as my health gets lower, the ring of Yoba starts to activate, and this makes me invulnerable to damage for 5 seconds. I will quickly use a life elixir to go back up to full health and then let the slime hit me until I die. It took forever just because of how much defense I have. Each point in defense will reduce the amount of damage you would normally take by 1. Using this setup, I have around 27 defense. Serpents have a base damage of 23, but some of them can have a higher damage output, so most serpents will do 1 damage to me. Purple and tiger slimes have a base damage of 32, meaning on average they will do about 5 damage to me, with some of the strong ones doing a little bit more. Most of the enemies in Stardew Valley will be doing next to no damage to me because of this great defense stack. Normally, when you reach 0 health, you will die and respawn at the beach by the boat or by the clinic. But since I have the Phoenix ring, instead my health just jumps back up to 50%, making it even harder to actually defeat me in battle. And since the Infinity Blade is so strong, even though all my rings and enchants are actually giving me a defense buff, I can still defeat the slime pretty easily. Let's make this more interesting. I will spawn a bunch of serpents and just let them hit me to see how effective stacking defense is. As you can see, they're doing an average of 1 damage to me. There are some outliners when I take like 6 damage. The serpents are usually the greatest threat in the Skull Cavern, but with maximum defense, they are no problem at all. And look how easily I can defeat them using this overpowered Infinity Blade. I will quickly demonstrate why I use the vampirism enchant. So let's spawn a bunch of serpents again and see if I can proc the vampirism effect. And yeah, it basically just healed me back up to 100% health. This is why I think the Ring of Yoba and the Phoenix Ring is a little bit unnecessary, because you won't often be at low health using this setup. Rather swap those out for luck rings or rings to further increase your damage output. I will do one last test, but this time on the royal serpents. These guys would usually kill you in just a few hits, especially when there are so many of them and they swarm you like this. But if they only do 1 damage to you, they're just not a threat anymore. I think I might actually even start looking for a mod that makes enemies stronger, so that there is actually a challenge again. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, consider hitting subscribe, and as always, I will see you in the next video.